Hi everyone, I'm back, part 2 of our angels. Yeah, I am just so not happy with how this is coming out. And I spilled the resin on me, it burnt to my leg and wrecked like my 4th pair of leggings. So, you know, you're trying, people want to see the video and you're trying to show them, and you don't want to disappoint them by taking too long to get the video out. And the fact that I really do not know how to edit is a big problem. So what did I do while you were gone? I did glue the wings on. I used this mold and just made the beading to go around the neck, just to cover that seam and to make it look a little bit prettier. So now what we're going to do is want to clear wax the whole thing. And it doesn't matter what brand of wax you use, but I'm just going to take this and we're just going to put the wax on. And that's just going to help us when we go to put the white wax and the black wax on with the gold. It's just going to help it slide over the angel a lot easier than if we just were trying to do it on the chalk paint, because the chalk paint is just a matte finish. There's nothing shiny to it, so it's just a lot nicer if you put the clear wax on before you start going into the layers that really matter, the color layers of the waxes, the black and the white, and then in the end the gold. So here we go, and let's see if I can. And I know that there's pieces there that don't have the wax, but it honestly, you're not going to see it. I mean, the paint. Once we get the white wax on, you're not going to see any of that missing. All right, so that covers our clear. And if you have the brushes, your best bet is to have a black, white, well, whatever color wax you use. And then you don't have to clean it. You can just leave it. And this is clearly the clear wax. And then I'm going to go to my white wax. I am not a fan of these. I like twist tops because these are just so hard to do. Probably should have stirred that first. Okay, so you just get some white wax on, and we're just going to cover the whole thing. And I did end up hot gluing things on. They're still not glued as nice as I would like, but like I say, I just want to get it done so that I'm not disappointing the people that have asked. Because with Christmas, it's been a few days that I haven't been able to do it. So that's why I'm pressing on. And these will be going to no one because they are just not the right, you know it's not your best work. So I'm just doing it to show you, and not worried about them not being perfect because they are going nowhere. And there's so many steps too, and I really need to learn how to edit, because if I did, this would have come out a lot better, because I could actually do the steps that I had to start on each different section. Oh, that was good. All right, now we're on to black. So you just want to kind of tap it off. You don't want it to be solid black when it goes on the wings. And I know it does look scary, but you'll have to wait and see, because it's really not that bad. It looks bad at this point, but it's going to wipe away very neatly. And, well, nothing about this angel is neat, but, and then you just want to do the back. And with these products, you should try not to put your brush back in there, because I'm not exactly sure, but it has something to do with how the their paints and their waxes, what they're made of, and I forget, but I don't work for them, so I don't need to know that answer. I just know what I like. You want to get the bottom. And then we're going to take, well, I would say a rag if I thought to bring one down. And I didn't, so we're going to use a paper towel. Unless I casually see one lying around. Nope. So after you do that, and get it all black, what you're trying to do is get the dark wax way down into all these crevices so that when you wipe it away, the black will stay deep down in the feathers and in this little beaded necklace thingamajiggy. So that is basically what the purpose of the black is. Try and get this in there without knocking the wings off. And I don't know if there was any point doing it on the back, except I just didn't want it to look messy everywhere. That's silly because it is messy. My niece was up for Christmas, and she was like, oh, Auntie Karen, you need to do this, that, and the other thing. And I said, okay, honey, do it for me. Just let me know when you're done. So I don't even know what she did, but she did some stuff to my, I don't know, she made me a TikTok, which I don't go on, but she says I should. And I finally made it to 1,000 subscribers, which I've been making videos for 12 years, but I'm never consistent. And I know that that's what you need to be. But unfortunately, I have health issues and all kinds of things. And now I babysit my grandson. I don't have free time, really. And then when I do have free time, like I said, I have 3 or 4 craft rooms I'm trying to condense into one. All right, so there we go with that. So as you can see, this is where we are now. And now we are going to hit it with some gold. I don't like what this is doing here. So I think I'm going to not wipe that off. And once you put the clear wax on, anything that you do after that point, you can wipe it away. And because we're using waxes, we do not have to spray to seal this. We can just, let's see what I do. Just gonna scoop a little and put it in the cap. So my dirty fingers are not going back in it. And I'm just gonna use my finger. And we're just going to go over the wings. And the wings, the gold is going to sit on top while the black wax is way down deep inside. Sounds like I think it is a Mr. Rogers song. All right. So you can add as little or as much as you want. It's entirely up to you because it is your project. And I am ashamed to say this is my project, but it is. So I squished the bead off. And we're going to do this side. And it is really easy to make and quick to make. It's been one of those days, and this is not the day to do this. I should have just left it and done it tomorrow, but it is what it is at this point. But I hope you're seeing that you can kind of, by putting the different waxes on and pushing the, the dark wax down into the crevices and just covering the rest, it does hide a lot of mistakes. Probably not as many mistakes as I have made today, but, And then you just keep going as much as you want. And I like to get all the gold everywhere. And, the black wax, you don't have to use black. There are browns out there. These that I'm using are all DIY, or I guess they're called Deb's Design Diary, DIY paints and waxes and all this fun stuff. See, now I'm already realizing that I should have put the halo on before the wax so that it will stick, because it's not going to stick to wax. So I think I didn't do too much on the top of the head that, oh, I know I'll burn my finger here. So I always tell people, and I forget myself, but to keep some ice water at your crafting area, because I'm always burning myself. But by keeping it on the table, it does kind of, if you do burn yourself, it's a little bit of time that can help you stick it in. I burnt myself so bad one day that I went to bed with a Diet Coke in my hand because it was cold, and I woke up, I still had it in my hand, but I did fall asleep, so I guess that part's good. Let's see, this is not going to stick because I put the wax on. All right, maybe I can wipe that part off. Go. Let's see now. So I'm going to try and scrape off. I already unplugged the glue gun, so she's a tiny bit hot, but she's not very hot. Or did I? Maybe I didn't. No, it's plugged in. So instead of holding it, I am going to put the glue on here first. And I think I just need these two long sides that need glue. And you want to try and not make a mess with the glue also. It's the one thing about hot glue that I hate is the strings. And there are so many ways that you can get rid of them. If you take a hot hair dryer, they'll just shrivel up and go away. But I think there's too much wax for this to stick. Oh, it's just been one of those days, and I hope you guys will come back, because I'm not, well, I am usually a hot mess, but this is an extra dosing of the hot mess. So far it's this, and this I will put gold wax on, and only gold wax. I won't do the black on it. I want to pull those strings off because I definitely pulled that off. All right, so here we are. We're still going with our gold. And again, you don't have to do gold. You can do whatever colors make you happy. Because you don't even have to do this dark wax. I just kind of love the way it kind of looks like cement. But then it just brings that gold, and it really just makes it pop, and I love it. As I'm telling you not to put your fingers in the wax, but I'm doing it anyway. So I hope you guys try this, and I would love for you to send me a picture, because I'm sure yours is going to come out so much better than mine. And I really do like to, oh, I don't know what I did with it, but I am using my grandson's little, he has these little puff things that he eats. He's just 1.5. And I am starting to make those into snowmen. And I started making a nutcracker out of his, let me try this. A nutcracker out of his old formula cans. But like I say, then my daughter, her husband, and the baby were living here for a while because the prices of houses was out of control, and I think they made offers on 20 different houses, and they finally got one, and luckily it's only 10 minutes away, but I babysit my grandson and love him to death. I just don't have any free time. Come on, will you just stick? So I'm just going to do the gold on here, which it's kind of sticking on one side of this with this big glue drawel. I'll pull that off. Just go on without it for now. But I think that the gold really, really makes a big difference. I'll try and get way in the sides, behind and inside the wing. You want it so that no matter what angle you're looking at it, you can, you don't see too much of a mess of, there's no gold or there's no dark wax and any of those things. And I love these stencil brushes from Dollar Tree, but the first bit of it when it's new and it sheds all those different parts. I'm going to give this one more try with the halo. But definitely be careful with your glue gun and your resin, because it does get hot and it does hurt, and it ruins your pants because it doesn't come on. Well, I guess it would ruin your shirt too, but it doesn't come on. So I said, oh, I will wear an apron, and then I'm going to be perfect. There'll be no problem. But that didn't work. All right. I'm going to give it one more shot with the glue gun. Please don't burn me. If you don't have the numbers to make this letter number 0, if you have alphabet, you can use the O, like a capital O would work, but it's up to you, whatever you, like I say, the glue's not going to stick to the wax, but, all right, well, we'll pretend that that's on. Okay, well, she will have a halo at some point. So this is what she looks like. You want to get the top of your feathers also, because you don't, the more you paint the resin, the less it looks like plastic. Even you can get like the cheapest frame at Dollar Tree, and you know, you put a coat of paint on it, no longer looks like a cheap frame from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to grab that other angel that I made and show you the cheap plastic frame. Okay, so here it is. I don't know if you can see see all that? But this is cheap from the Dollar Tree. And I put a coat of black chalk paint, and then I came in also and hit all the high points with the gold. And you put as much or as little as you want. So this is an ornament from the Baubles mold. And this again is the zero and the wings. And this I did get from Sammy, who took inspiration from someone else. And I just used recycled decoupage paper and my very expensive frame and just put it together. And that was a good day because it actually, everything worked. And this is today's project. And I do apologize for the shit show that you all had to endure. And this will go here. And yeah, like you can paint these white. If there's so many things that you can do. I'm going to leave it the way it is, but you can paint this white. You could add more white to the wings. You don't need to use gold at all. You don't need to use the black at all. And you can even go over the gold with the black if you want to tone that down. And that, I need a new stand. That is the video for today, and I apologize for it being a mess, but I did just want to get the basics out there to the women that have asked for me to make it for them to watch. So thank you so much, and if you liked it, which I can't imagine you did, to give me a thumbs up or a comment. I will read every comment and answer any questions, redo it if somebody asks, and I hope you have a great New Year's. I'm not sure if I'll have a video out before that because of the shit show. So have a great night, and thanks for stopping by.